one time when I was on acid, I spent like an hour in the shower, and it was great.
And what was?
And I had
It's drowned.
I had Tom. No,
Not on acid.
No.
No, that's like that's another cocktail. Like you're thinking
You're talking
like
lean and Xanax and stuff.
yeah, the things that put you down. Acid doesn't put you down.
Okay.
Also, in a shower, it's not a bath.
You can drown in a shower.
Drowning in a shower would be such a sad way to die. That'd be such an embarrassing way to die.
I feel like Esther probably could and would.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Take a moment, visit betterhelp.com/Trash Tuesday today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Trash Tuesday. Wait, so you're from Rochester, Minnesota,
I am.
and your best friend just told me that you guys went to Mayo High School.
Mm-hmm.
As a hypochondriac, because the Mayo Clinic is in Rochester,
Mm-hmm.
was there any like specialty hospital adjacent lessons or any perks?
Well, yeah. So I when I would go to my normal checkups and everything as a kid, I was at the Mayo Clinic, and then when I've been on tour traveling and like have a broken arm and or whatever injury I have, and I go to the hospital, I'm like, wow, like that was like a Four Seasons hotel compared to like what you see at any other hospital.
Yeah, wow.
That's such a weird thing, though, to like have that just at your disposal, like to have the Mayo Clinic right there, and that's the hospital you go to.
It was
Esther, are you
interesting.
getting goosebumps?
No, truly, like some people dream of like going to Dodger Stadium or like Fenway Park. I'm like, I want to go to the Mayo Clinic.
Pull up.
Like I want to submit my insurance card, see what they cover, and just go up and like make it happen.
Esther, when she gave birth to her baby at the hospital, it was like, well, before the painful stuff happened, it was like someone was in Disneyland texting me. She was like, I love it here. It's party
You
time.
gave birth at the Mayo Clinic?
No, not
Oh.
the Mayo Clinic in Pasadena.
But she
but
likes
I
nurses,
love
hospitals.
That's interesting.
Do you like hospitals?
Um,
It's me making awkward small talk.
Wait, how's
Do you
your
like
arm?
hospitals?
Didn't you break it?
I broke both my arms last summer.
How?
remember that.
I fell on my face at a festival.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
It's
but
okay. No, it was pretty funny. I finished my amazing set. It was at Gulf Shores, Alabama. 15,000 people, and I just was walking back. I was giving out roses. That's the end of my set, and I tripped on a piece of plywood and fell on my face and broke both my arms. I didn't know until the next day, but like,
What?
I thought that only the people right around me saw it, but then I realized when TMZ posted it, there was gigantic like Megatrons filming me the whole time. So
Wait, how did you land?
I felt super fast, and it was like, I think you can see in the video if you slow it down, it's like the wrist goes down first, and then I like pull it back, and the elbow goes down.
Oh.
How do you feel watching the replay? Do you feel like, oh, I fell like a man, or do you feel like ashamed of it? It sounds kind of a manly fall.
Yeah, and I fall like I'm long.
Wait, this is a really good question, because how a man trips and falls could truly
Make or break his
make
whole
or
life.
break a whole relationship, or
Okay.
it can cause an ick.
Yeah. Okay, well here, watch me fall.
Okay. Oh, that's a manly
Yeah,
fall.
that was
That
pretty
is,
good.
Keep watching.
Oh,
That-
you still gave the rose.
Wait,
Yeah.
was that the fall that broke your arms?
Yeah,
What?
I know, but I didn't even feel like that much pain until the next day. It was really specific little bones that broke. Also, I've been working out since then. For anyone watching, I was getting roasted for my dad bod on that one.
No, but dad bods are it. I don't know. Like, what's the goal physique wise? Are you trying to get?
I just honestly, I didn't really care because I had a girlfriend, and you just kind of stop caring,
Give up.
And I get enough cardio from touring, but then that video dropped, and I saw someone call me dad bod, so now I just I do like the jail workout stuff.
What's a jail workout?
It's just like stuff you can do with minimal
Like in a hotel room,
dumbbells.
basically.
Yeah, it was either a hotel room or on like our it's not a porch, it's not a balcony, it's like our
A lanai.
around the pool, the main little outdoor place at my
deck?
house. I kind of, but it's like just
Wait, what were the 3 misdemeanors?
criminal trespassing in Georgia.
Okay.
Criminal trespassing in Georgia
Twice.
again, and
Same place?
No,
Okay.
it was a lake house and a tire store.
Oh, two very different places.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And they're both, like both of them, they're long stories and I've told them before. So, but both times I kind of got finessed into just wrong place, wrong time. Iowa, I was at a formal for a sorority. It was at Iowa State.
Okay.
And
My sister went there. No, she went to, which is the
it's
Hawkeyes.
not that one. It's the
Okay.
other one. And I this guy called my friend a racial slur, and I beat him up. And so I got an assault charge, and we both went to jail together. Me and the guy that I beat up. And then I got a lawyer. He didn't show up for court, and he ended up with an assault charge for getting his beat. And I got my charge in Iowa is not a misdemeanor. It's just a petty something or other. It's creating a raucous noise.
Wow.
Oh, and I
okay.
have illegal dumping in Minnesota.
Wait, what is illegal dumping?
It was because I was there's this girl we didn't like in high school, and we would throw melons at her driveway every weekend.
Oh, I thought it was what I would do, which is like when there's no like
Toilet paper?
Putting trash in other people's.
Because mine is full, and I'm like, okay, well theirs is empty.
I guess kind of is illegal dumping. I don't know. They were trying to get charges with vandalism, and the cops were like, "Yeah, y'all are crazy," so they just did.
Wait, I want to go back to sad nostalgia because it made me think of this recurring dream that I have, like basically once a month, sometimes more frequently than that. And it's always, it's like the morning of the last day of school of senior year, and I'm like picking out my outfit and packing my lunch and just getting ready for the last day of high school. I have no idea why. It's not stressful. It's a very pleasant and happy dream. And do you guys have any recurring dreams, or do you have any idea what that means, or what are your recurring dreams?
I've never had a recurring dream ever.
What?
Never. And I have a lot of dreams that I remember every night, and I lucid dream a lot. Honestly, most of my dreams are just like my normal life. It's gotten to a point where my dreams and the lucid dreams I have that are very realistic, I have to when I remember things, I have to think about whether it was a dream or real life.
Oh, that's
and there's been times where like I'll say something to a friend, like remember this, and it was actually from a dream.
Wait, so
Never happened.
I want to do like a sleep study on you to see if like maybe you're not like hitting maybe there's no separation between your dreamland and real life, because like the only difference really, right, is like when they say like you hit REM sleep, you know, they say like your heart rate drops and everything drops, your blood pressure drops when you get to like a stage 4 of sleep. But when you hit REM sleep, which is like your rapid eye movement into dreaming, your blood pressure goes up, your heart rate goes up. It's basically like you're fully awake. But I mean, there
kissed
are
a
people
dude one
who,
time
like,
that was laying next to me because in my dream I was with a girl.
do you
He's my
sleepwalk?
homie. No, I don't sleepwalk.
Okay. Wait a second. Wait, repeat what you just said.
I was dreaming. I mean, I don't know. Girlfriends in the past have told me that I'll just like talk and say random things, or I'll hug them and like, you know, little things like really quick. But there was this time where I let my homie sleep in my bed with me, and I kissed him on the forehead. It's pretty cute.
That is super cute, though.
What did he do?
He was just like, "Hey, man,
He didn't kiss you
what's
back.
up? Good morning." It was Baby No Money. It's a good friend of mine. Shout out to him.
Oh yeah.
Rapper. Sleep studies. My dad was a really well-known insomnia specialist.
Was he at the Mayo Clinic?
That is why I grew up in Rochester.
Holy.
Esther's
He ran the sleep program.
He
What?
did?
Yeah.
Oh, can we
He's
get
dead.
him on our
He's
show?
dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
From
sorry
a
to hear
long time
that.
ago. Yeah. But he was balling out, and he helped invent rumble strips, which is the cool thing on the side of the road.
What are rumble strips?
It's like when people fall asleep at the
Oh,
wheel.
right.
And you go off the road and it goes boom, 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 and it
Yeah.
wakes you up.
Really? Wow.
And what did you learn from him about like insomnia? And I mean, this is fascinating because I love anything sleep study related.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I actually have like a little bit of insomnia. I developed it after like he died when I was 16, and when I was like 20, I started getting it. I feel like that's him, like, you know, me, you know, from up above. But he wrote a book actually. That's it. I have that in my room.
Oh, that's so cool.
Wow. So do you feel like, have you been able to cure your insomnia, or you still have it?
I've gotten better. I've kind of figured out like what. A lot of times I'll just randomly get. It's not, I don't even know it's insomnia. I'll just get kind of manic and creative and excited.
Yes, of
at
course.
night,
Yeah.
and then I'll like not be able to sleep, and I just kind of embrace it. And if I'm still up at 6 a.m., I just take an Adderall and power through.
Oh,
What a life.
my
I actually did that
God.
yesterday. So no, I'm not like I slept last night, but the night before.
Okay. When you do that, are you like, I failed my father? I didn't sleep at all? Like,
No, not at all. I get so much work done because no one can fucking text me or anything, and I'm just doing all. I think I write like probably half my music in those nights.
do you know why your dad was like drawn to sleep? Did he ever tell you or talk about it?
That's a good question. So my dad was born in Switzerland and grew up in a small village in Switzerland and came to the U.S. with no money when he was 20.
Wow.
And
Is your mom also
he's
Swiss?
just smart as fuck. I don't know. I don't really know. I think he just kind of came up. My mom is his second wife, and she grew up in Rochester, Minnesota, same as me. Yeah, she's so sweet. She's still out here. Yeah.
Did you know a lot of Finnish people in Minnesota? Because that's what we are. We're
Finnish?
Yeah.
Honestly, never mind. I like Finnish people. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm only half.
Yeah. I toured there a couple times, and it
In
was,
Finland?
Yeah, and it was in the winter, and the sun goes down so early.
Yeah.
And my antidepressant at the time was not approved in Europe; it was only approved in U.S. and Canada. So they blocked it at the border. So I was withdrawing
That
off of my,
sucks.
and I had to perform, and it was 4 days straight. It was Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Finland. And
With no sunshine.
and the sun would set at like 3.
Oh my God.
That was a rough week.
I'm sorry my people failed you.
I know. I mean, like, I have seasonal depression pretty bad. So, like, come November is when I basically turn in.
Come November.
Come November.
That we gotta start come November instead of no nut November. You know.
Come November is usually when I turn into like a pumpkin. Like it
What
feels.
does that mean?
It just feels like I'm depressed. I have
I
like
feel like October is when you would turn into a pumpkin.
but we come in November.
November is still pumpkin adjacent though because of Thanksgiving. Don't we? Aren't pumpkins still
around?
Yeah.
What are those called?
Pumpkin pie is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, those like mini pumpkins that are the decoration. They're
Oh, the
like
gourds?
Gourds.
Yeah,
Thank you. I
gourds.
knew there was a reason I didn't remember that word. It's absolutely horrible.
It's all right. Shout out to gourds. I like gourds.
It's so interesting. Your life is like there are a couple of people that I meet that I call them like the internationals, and it's usually when they have a parent that's like grown up somewhere, like kind of like me,
yeah.
right? Where it's like the most insane stories happen when you have a parent who somehow like found their way over here, and it's so interesting. You come from such pedigree, like your dad being this sleep scientist basically
At freaking Mayo Clinic.
yeah, like that's insane.
That's wild because his family grew up super poor. Like I finally went to the house that he grew up in and checked it out, and they had a rough
In
childhood.
Switzerland?
In Switzerland,
Yeah.
he's just a smart guy and came, and he studied at University of Chicago,
Oh, okay.
and he's a professor at Dartmouth. He was
Oh,
balling.
wow.
Yeah, he was Peter Harry.
Do you have siblings that are? You have any full siblings?
No,
Really?
yeah.
Me too.
So my when I was born, my mom was 40 and my dad was 60.
Oh wow.
Similar, right?
Yeah.
Your dad was how old?
Only Theo Vaughn beats me in that.
Only Theo Vaughn beats me too.
So where you at?
My dad had me, I think, in his like early 60s, but then my mom, you have me beat there because my mom was in her early 20s.
What?
Kind of
Oh,
creepy.
ooh.
Creepy.
I mean,
Creepy.
what is it creepy? But you know your dad. Do you know your dad? Is it creepy or is it cool?
Yeah, no, my dad. Okay, so my dad was like a bit of like a playboy nepo baby who made his way to the Philippines.
What does the second word mean? Nepo baby. What is that?
Nepo, like when he comes from money,
Okay.
and then
What?
it has ties to Switzerland. So all my cousins are actually from Switzerland on his side of the family, like Geneva and that area. But he was a playboy, ended up in the Philippines, got himself a young wife in his late 60s. And my mom was came from abject poverty, and she was like, cute foreigner. And so they made me and my sister. There is something creepy.
Were they? Did they raise you together?
They did, and she was with him when he had no money left.
Were they in
and
love?
She still wears his wedding ring, and she's been with my stepdad for 20 years, and I
She
feel so
does?
bad for him. Yeah, she
That's
still
so
wears.
sweet.
I would accept that. I would if
Yeah.
I was the stepdad. I would accept that.
He has his moments of non-acceptance. I
Okay.
mean, that would hurt. He's like, bitch, I've been with you 22
Yeah,
years. Like,
but she wears his wedding ring too, right?
no.
Oh.
She wears no jewelry of his at
That's
all.
funny to be in a
Oh, no, that's
relationship
whack,
with someone
that's
and be
whack.
like, I'm actually still married to my dead husband.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of like the guy who's here.
And who would have been 100 years old this August. I still love him more than you. It's so weird to me. But
Okay,
I
yeah,
think
your dad's older than my dad. 'Cause he would be.
But your mom
he'd
was
be 90
40.
something. Yeah.
they make weird ones when, like you, me, Josh Peck, Theo Vaughn, like when
They
you
make
get
weird ones.
Yeah, like I think that, I mean, special and weird at the same
A
time.
lot of my best friends have old parents. Not, I guess, aside from the being foreign part, but old parents, they have more time to, treat their kids and teach them things. And I don't know. A lot of
Old parents do, but for how long? That window of time is like, the clock is ticking. Like I watched, my dad die very slowly, but obviously I was like, all right, he's not going to last that much longer.
I mean, I kind of want to have kids when I'm old, because then it's like, I feel like I became a lot better at life when my dad died. Like I just, I had to accept that this is how shit goes, and everything else with my parents being old, they taught me a lot, and then I became a man sooner than most people do.
I do feel like, so I have an older dad as well, not like you guys, but he was 45 when they had me. And I've always felt like, I mean, obviously that's all I've known, but I've always liked that because I did feel like my parents were more mature. They were from a different generation than most of my friends' parents. And it just kind of made me feel a little different than everyone else. And like you said, they have more time. Like if your dad, no offense, but like if your dad is just some like schlub in his 30s or 20s, it's like, that's your dad. He's like an idiot.
But I
If you
will
have an
say,
old, like a man who's like lived through life like that, I think is more valuable.
Yeah.
there was something I do remember being a little bit embarrassed when my old dad with white hair would pick me up from elementary school, and everyone else's parents was like, young and spry, and they'd be like, Khalyla, your grandpa's here, and I wouldn't say, no, that's my dad. I wouldn't correct them.
Oh, the grandpa thing happened to me a lot too.
Really?
Yeah. How did you feel about that?
But your dad, your mom is Filipino.
Yeah, my mom's
Filipino.
Filipina, yeah.
So, my dad had a strong accent. Your dad didn't have an accent.
He had the preferred accent, which is that of a Westerner in the Philippines. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
as
because you went to school in the Philippines.
Yeah, I went to school in the Philippines. Yeah,
They like that.
they like that. They're like, yeah, they revere like whiteness and foreign anything
I
Western.
don't like that. Oh, so many people do that.
I hate
It makes me feel weird.
It makes me feel weird.
I love it. I'm just kidding. I just had to
Wait,
take.
but did you have that same kind of like, ooh, like my dad's so old when you were younger?
Oh, I loved him too much. He was just
That's
like,
so sweet.
Really?
yeah, he was just too cool. And my friends liked him. We called him Pater. His name's Peter, but we call him Pater. We make little jokes about like his Swiss German. He's Swiss German, not Swiss French. Geneva's where they're
French.
they're
My
rich in
dad's so
Zurich.
French.
Honestly, Switzerland is just rich
Yeah.
in general, but he's not, and I don't know. He repped Switzerland hard, and
Now I feel guilty for kind of like shunning my old decrepit father.
No, I think that's so cute.
That I was like, that's not my dad. That's my grandpa.
Yeah.
oh, you said that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't want anyone to know that like my dad was like a dinosaur because everyone else's parents. And then here comes my mom with a 6-pack 'cause she's just fucking the fittest bitch on earth. And next to my dad, and they're like, who are those two people standing next to each other? And I would freeze. I didn't want to say that's my dad and that's my mom.
As like a man looking at that situation, I mean, I probably wouldn't feel the same way when I was that age. I'd be like, yo, he's balling. Like, he's doing something right.
When I first
Maybe you're right.
when I first moved to LA, I like always had car problems and like was just always getting into like fender benders and stuff.
Where's this about to go?
The problem was that she drove like a 79 Corolla.
2001. I got rid of it 2 years ago. Don't worry. But I was once like, I had this issue with my car. I forgot which specific one it was. Probably the battery died or something. And I was talking.
I don't know which specific car it was.
I was on the phone with AAA, and I guess like my dad was linked to the account, and like I think I was also calling my dad, and then he called AAA. Basically, then like AAA called me, and they were like, we were like fixing the issue, and then at the end of the call they're like, we think you need to call your grandfather, he's really worried about you. And I was like, I don't have a grandfather. I'm like, oh, my dad.
You want to tell that whole story just for the just for the grandfather?
Worth it.
Yeah, yes.
I was
Yeah.
just talking about this with Dave. Like,
We relate now. You're a part of us now.
You're part of the old dad club,
Yeah.
Esther.
No, but okay. He was like, I realized like my strategy in life and conversation and podcast is just like, I'll say something stupid and then someone else will make it funny. And so that's what just happened. So thank
Good.
you.
I've never personally understood like grandparents being involved with people's lives so much. I've never had that. I don't know
No,
if
me
you
either.
have. All my grandparents died before I was 3.
Same. So I only knew, well, actually, no. I had a grandpa for a very short part of my early years and a grandma for the same. But my dad's side, obviously not, because they would have been,
Yeah,
you
my
know, 200
dad's
years
parents
old.
were born in the 1800s.
Same.
Yeah.
What?
Because my dad was
My
born
dad was born in 93. Your dad was
in
born
1924.
crazy.
Wait, your dad was born when?
1993. I mean,
No.
I mean 19,
I was like, wow, young.
young dad. 1933.
Oh, like right in the middle of the Depression. But it wouldn't have
Yeah,
mattered 'cause
but
he
it was in Switzerland. But
yeah.
right before World War II. So, when he was in elementary school, they were housing British soldiers in his gymnasium
Oh,
because Switzerland was neutral, but they wanted the Allies
right. That's right.
to come up. Can I have another drink? Water.
Are you trying to conceal that you're having alcohol?
Yeah, I'm drinking beer. What did we get? What is it? You give it to me in these weird cups, and I was. All right, cool.
Oh, not bad.
But you give me a double cup though. That's cool for rappers.
Why?
Double cup?
Yeah.
Have you heard the term before?
No.
Have you heard of a double cup?
No.
What does it mean?
It means you're drinking lean.
Oh.
What does that
I
mean?
don't know why.
Lean.
Like
Lean?
they advertise it lean, cough syrup,
Yeah.
codeine, or
Oh.
yeah.
It's something I feel like you would. I fear you ever trying because I feel like you would really enjoy
Do you
it.
do drugs?
I used to, but then I had a baby and I was like,
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't want to have a baby yet.
yeah,
I'm
that's
scared. I feel like if I had a baby, like I was just with my friend who has 3 kids and he also grows weed and he has to like plan his high times around his kids and I don't know. It's just like it's kind of cute, but
I'm so like starkly different than my mom.
You
Like,
are?
so opposite in every single way possible. And I think that's just like, it's not even because I want to be. I think my factory settings just kind of more were towards my dad. Like kind of a little bit nuts, more adventurous.
that could change though if you have a kid, because I feel like I've always been more like my dad, and then since having the baby, I feel more like my mom. So I could see that changing.
I think I do fold clothes like my mom, like with
Okay.
precision.
it's precision. Okay.
Oh yeah. Like no one, you'll never be better. There's one thing that I'm sure of is that either of you or no one in this room can ever air fold like me. And
Okay. All right.
that's just a flex. I know it's not an important like life skill,
Pretty
but
sick. I don't know.
It's no, I'm
I don't even know what that
jealous.
means, but I'm hyped.
it's
I'm
basically
turned on.
take a t-shirt. You don't need the board to make perfect corners and perfect symmetry on all the entire stacked shirt.
It's pretty
and-
awesome.
I also sort of think like the hottest a girl can be, like you have, like it's like, okay, yes, she has everything that like a hot girl should have, right? But then if you add on to that package that she can fold well and like knows how to vacuum and dust and like clean a toilet, like that's the ultimate woman.
I think cooking is what men really want.
No,
The
you
cooking?
think they want cooking, but you also want like a woman that cleans a house, I think.
I feel like all women just kind of do. Like I've never seen a messy woman.
Meet Esther.
Yeah, no,
I've never been in an apartment of a girl's that wasn't already super pristine.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I was a total slob. I'm changing that now. Like now I'm like, I just like vacuum every other day, and it's like just a pastime that I've taken on. But no, I was definitely a messy girl for a long time.
Pastime.
Yeah.
I've never actually full time lived with a girlfriend or anything, but I love when my roommates get girlfriends because the house gets cleaner. You know, girls come around, food starts getting made that's better than whatever the dudes would make. It's just so many wins.
You would not like it if one of your roommates was dating me because I would just like make everything worse. The vibes would be way off.
You sure?
Yeah.
I can.
I mean, you bring a baby around, that might be kind of annoying, but you probably say some funny shit.
But you've never lived with a girl.
I've lived with girls, just not like a significant other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that like a choice or just something that hasn't happened?
I guess the only 2 girls that I really would have actually lived with were kind of long distance, and it didn't make sense at the time. I almost had a girl move in with me, but I didn't.
How do you think you would have fared?
If she did move in,
Yeah.
Well, we broke up now, and we don't like each other. I mean, we're good, but we realized we're just not meant for each other. It would have. I'm glad that we broke up separate, like in separate places, rather than kicking her out of my house.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. I break down a lot. Things overwhelm me a lot. And you know, what better way to keep your grass green than therapy? It's been an indispensable part of my life. And if you're thinking of giving therapy a try BetterHelp.
I definitely have had the postpartum anxiety kick in, and I'm maybe gonna go back on my Lexapro. I haven't decided yet, but I'm also starting with talk therapy because I feel like that's just like the basic thing that helps. And you guys, today we're talking about BetterHelp, and it makes therapy so easy, which makes me so grateful for it. There's no parking, there's no having to do your own research, and it's all there. So take a moment, visit betterhelp.com/trashtuesday today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/trashtuesday.
Do you feel as though that's something that is important before proposing to someone or getting married, is actually living with them, or do you think that comes after marriage?
Wow, I haven't really thought about that.
Because some people have very like hard and fast rules about that.
I don't know anybody that's proposed before living with them.
Yeah, I feel like that's so outdated now.
But people still do it. In
That's
fact,
crazy.
People never. I have my
Can we eat these?
Yeah.
close friends from New York. They've been together 13 years. They're married. They don't live in the same home.
Well, that's just.
But they like go back and forth?
Yeah, but they still have their own places. They prefer it that way. It works out for them.
Okay, you know what? I have friends, you know what? If they both have their own place and they still hang out all the time, then yeah. But like long distance or something, I don't know.
I don't like that at all. I don't like that one bit.
But
I'm also the kind of person that like if we've been on 3 dates, I'm like, why aren't we living together? Like the best part
On
of
3 dates? I was
I
trying to essentially eat this banana and then 3 dates?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just think the best part of a relationship is like going to bed together and waking up together. I really like sleepovers. So it's like almost a waste if you're separating. I don't know.
What's troubling for me is that I've never had a boyfriend I didn't live with. I've lived with
So I'm the
every
pure opposite.
single.
Wow.
Yeah, you're the opposite.
Wait, like right when you started dating, you guys?
Yeah, since the age of 17.
So we're the same then, pretty
yeah.
much.
Haven't you moved in with every single boy you've ever been with?
Anyone who would allow it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You start with like, oh, this drawer is empty. I'll put my things here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, is that an extra key? Like just for safety, I should keep it. You know?
I personally don't mind the long distance stuff, but I mean, I'm in a particular situation, you know, I travel a lot for work,
right.
And I need to focus really hard to get, you know, stay relevant and get my music done and do everything. So basically when I have a girlfriend, it'll usually be, I won't see them for 3 or 4 weeks at a time. And then we hang out for, I don't know, a week, and it's just all my attention's on her. Which is kind of nice. And then I feel like, you know, when you know your friends that you don't see all the time, you don't argue with them as much.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of like it.
There's a
It's more
sweetness
special
to-
when you're, yeah.
Yeah, there's a sweetness to like each time you reunite, I think, because I'm in a long distance relationship, and I have been in a lot of long distance relationships.
Where are they at?
Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
I knew the age. That's a cool place. Do you go there a lot?
Weren't you just there like last year?
I've been there a few times, yeah. I was there
Yeah.
last year.
I think we were trying to have you on Tiger Belly when you were out there.
That's right. Weren't
Yeah.
you there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bobby and I
we were going
both
to do
there.
it in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Wow, that would have been cool.
But you were all the way in like the North Shore and
Yeah.
couldn't make it happen.
No, let me come hang out with you and your man or woman.
come hang out with me and my man. You're welcome
Is a
to.
man? Okay.
Can I come too?
You can come. We'll take you guys fishing. We'll do some.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, that's. What do you want to do, Esther?
Eat poke?
No, but you get bad allergies there. Remember?
Oh yeah. Oh, now you get to use that every time I want to come to Hawaii. You get to say you can't come because you have allergies.
Yeah, but you said that. You were like, I can't come
It
back
was
here. I
bad.
can't breathe.
It was really bad, actually.
Yo, I want everyone to know that if you haven't been to Hawaii, it's not overrated. It's so cool.
I agree.
It's so cool.
Don't just stay in Honolulu. I feel like the people there, I mean, it might have been because I was there touring as a famous rapper or whatever, but everyone was so fucking nice to me. And it felt like the Midwest, but with good weather.
I think so.
Everyone was very welcoming. There's a pro surfer guy who just was like, yo, come stay at my house. And
Who was it?
Jimmy O'Brien.
All right.
Oh, they said, hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
the surfer of surfers. And he invited me to his wedding and stuff. It's cute.
Did you guys already know each other, or was it?
Well, this is when we were together. I mean,
Yeah.
not together, when we were
Rumors.
back when we were dating. We were in Hawaii at the same time. Apparently, I was staying with him,
Oh.
and he's in a music video of mine, and he taught me how to surf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Esther, I low-key think you would be an incredible surfer because you're a
Khalyla,
dancer.
I can't swim.
Oh, that's
You're
right.
trying to kill me, and it's getting obvious. You want this podcast all to yourself.
No,
You're just going to
listen.
push me off on a wave. I'll
I'm
never
not-
be seen again.
Dibs on your spot.
But no, I really do think that's because you're so coordinated and you're a dancer. It's just we
dancer?
would have to put little
I
wings on
was.
you. So
Wings? Oh, yeah, floaties.
The floaties.
Oh, yeah, I'll go in with floaties.
Once a dancer, always a dancer.
Thank you.
and you can dance on a surfboard, and I'm telling you, you'd be a great longboarder because they do these little tricks and they like hang on the edge of the front of the board. And I just
That's
feel
too.
like
I don't approve of longboards.
No, why not?
It's hurt. I've gotten hurt on them so many times.
and they're
They
easier.
don't have brakes. And there's no water to fall on. And there's cars and I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about street longboards.
What other type of long? Oh, long surfboards.
Long
Oh,
surfboards.
okay, yeah.
The thing, my main
that.
issue with the ocean, other than that I can't swim, is it's always cold. Like surfing looks so cold to me. But you're a guy, so you probably don't get cold. That's not like an issue.
You know what? I guys do get cold, but I know what you mean. I mean, I am like much warmer than any woman than women.
Which doesn't make sense because we're technically more insulated.
Right, like
we have
we
a
have-
higher
Why?
body fat percentage.
And we have wombs and stuff.
Yeah,
We should be warm.
our anatomy would suggest that we would be warmer always, but for some reason you're right. Or I think we're just both anemic.
Oh.
No,
We're
no. I
anemic.
think
We're
all
sick.
women always like when we cuddle. They say that I'm a heat box or whatever.
Your
So I need
furnace,
to
yeah.
warm them up or whatever, and then I make them too warm and they go away.
Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
like I'm talking like scoot over like a foot. Like
Yeah.
that's not really sad. But y'all like the shower's really
Really
warm.
hot.
It's freaky. Like
Yeah.
after my girl takes a shower and then I get in, I'll scream. I'll jump out. It's like way too hot.
I do wonder why women are really the mother of dragons, though, in that we can handle the amount of like shower heat. You don't take really, really hot showers.
Oh, I take really, really hot baths.
I like hot tubs, but something about the really hot shower. I feel like it
the
gets.
best.
I think it gets
I
hotter.
take 3 showers a day.
What?
I used to do that.
3.
I used to
Just
do that.
for the purpose of
that
like
'cause
not
you're
even
Catholic?
not even a hygiene thing. It's just I like standing in like a hot shower and just dissociating completely
Showers are great. Yeah.
and forgetting who I am, where I have to be.
You ever done acid in the shower?
No, but I definitely have like complex PTSD. Which-
Just because it has the same letters as LSD or what?
Some SD.
SD.
A different kind of
PTSD
SD.
from LSD or from showers or
No, it's just
a
from
new
like
topic.
childhood, like lots of like sexual diddling and like.
But how did this come up? I was talking about taking showers
Well,
and
the reason that I take 3 showers a day is because it's soothing for my body to.
Oh,
it's a way for me to sort of like
Get rid of your
dissociate
trauma.
and
wash it away.
with a hot heat and like scald my skin. It
I
feels
like
so
to burn
good.
my skin too, actually. Now that I think about it.
Wait, but you do acid in the shower?
Well, I just one time when I was on acid, I spent like an hour in the shower and it was great.
And what was?
And I had
You could have drowned.
I had Tom. No,
not on acid.
No?
No, that's like that's another cocktail. Like You're
You're
thinking like
talking
Whitney
lean and Xanax and stuff.
yeah, the things that put you down. Acid doesn't put you down.
Okay.
Also, in a shower, it's not a bath.
You can drown
That's
in
a
a
good point.
shower.
Drowning in a shower would be such a sad way to die. That'd be such an embarrassing way to die.
I feel like Esther probably could and would.
Yeah, well, you're just like, you're like, oh, I'm on acid. Oh, what's that? And then you're like looking up, and your mouth is open, and the water's coming in, and you drown. It seems easy to me. I don't know.
So I was in college, and it was in a shared like bathroom in the dorms, and we just got back from a hike or whatever, some cute outdoorsy stuff on acid, and I went in the shower, and I turned on my phone, and I started playing "It's Not Unusual" by Tom Jones,
Okay, that's cool.
and it was on repeat. And I just loved it. So I spent an hour listening to that. The song's only 2 minutes long, so it played 50 times probably. Wait, that's not good math. 30 times. And I was just loving it. I was looking at the water and like becoming the water. And
It's a different experience if you are swimming. Like I've done mushrooms, but I haven't actually dove and been in the ocean on mushrooms. But apparently you don't know up from down sometimes. So when you dive down, it actually becomes very scary.
Yes, I've heard of this.
Yeah.
That's the scariest thing I've
I
ever
think
heard
you
of.
guys are thinking about other drugs than
No, this is mushrooms.
you
No, I
you
thought
gotta
that-
do a lot of mushrooms to not know up from down.
Yeah, this is a lot of mushrooms. Not me personally, but someone who is an actual like avid ocean person.
Is this like a Theo Von or like Dirt
Sorta.
Nasty type thing? Because I know they do like ayahuasca.
No, not like that. But I wanted to ask you, like, how long does acid last? And at some point, are you like, okay, I'm over it. It's been X amount of time.
I haven't done it in a while. I did it mostly like in high school and college. If you have real LSD, it lasts for 12 hours. The first time I ever did it, it was midnight, and my friends and I, 4 of us, all decided to try it for the first time, and it was the best drug experience I ever had. I don't know. It was probably just actual real LSD, where most of the stuff you get is some
Yeah.
What's your current drug protocol? Beer during podcasts.
beer,
What else?
Adderall. I take I have prescribed Xanax. It's not really that exciting. Just kind of like normal person things. I like DMT though. DMT's fun.
Oh, I've heard that's like so intense, isn't it?
People freak out about it. It's so intense, but it doesn't last long.
Right. It's
But
like,
Where-
it doesn't feel long in your brain.
If you really go hard and what do they call it? Blast off.
Yeah.
You can. I've had that. Yeah, where it feels like a long time, but it also doesn't feel like a long time. It's similar to dreaming. You should try DMT. We should do DMT.
We should all do DMT. Leave your baby at home, Esther. We're doing DMT.
no, my baby's coming with.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe she would love it.
I do wonder that about myself because like I'm already a little like screwy up there. Like I'm always afraid to do
See,
bigger stuff.
Just the thing is with LSD and shrooms, they last a long time. So if you start getting into a bad mental state,
Yeah.
you can't get out of it. But with DMT, it's over in a few minutes.
Yeah. I mean,
And
maybe
like,
at some
my
point.
mom wants to do it type shit.
And is it
I'm
like
getting it
life
for her.
changing?
No.
I'll tell you what
No,
changed.
people make a big deal out of it. It's not life changing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it depends on what you believe, I guess. I just believe that your brain can come up with cool stuff, and it's basically dreaming. It just makes you dream hard.
Oh wait, then it's a perfect one for me. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. It makes you dream like times 10 really quick.
Oh, I love dreaming.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was saying it.
I like
like-
dreaming.
I know, but you know how people always say like, sleep when you die? I never understood that. I'm like, sleeping is so amazing for me. It's this completely separate life I get to live. So maybe DMT is my next adventure.
It is intense. Have you done psychedelics?
Yeah, mushrooms.
Okay.
But never like
Not like a
full
lot.
blast, like macro dose, like just enough for me to, see nature and for things to sparkle. But
Things did not sparkle when I did a little bit of mushrooms. For me, it was like, I think everyone around me was trying to kill me. And like, yeah, although it was fun, but I just had like one scary Uber ride. But I think it maybe was actually scary and
but
not
that's
the
more
mushrooms.
situational. Being in an Uber on mushrooms is not ideal.
It kind of magnifies everything.
Yeah, I wouldn't. And also, it's like what I don't like doing when I'm on mushrooms is looking at myself in the mirror or anything indoors. Like I have to be out moving my body and that stuff. One time,
Want to do DMT? Should I get some?
Yeah.
Can we do it?
Yeah, we can
Alright.
do DMT.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Tell your story. Hit the plug.
wait, no, I was gonna say something about
One,
ketamine.
Ketamine.
So I did ketamine once and once only, and it was under the guidance of a therapist and a doctor.
You
'cause
did
I
it
was,
like the
really
real
scared.
medical way.
Yeah, I went like really medical, and it was a really great experience. But dude, those 90 minutes were horror.
Wait,
Like,
really?
Yes, I was terrified. I thought I was dying. Like I was like, oh, this is the death process.
Don't they give you a lot though?
They do. And
They give you a
like,
lot to make it
intramuscular.
so it's. Well, yeah. What was the? So you did like a.
The shot. So it happens like it within 45 seconds, you're like blasted off, and then it was so terrifying for me. Like
You're in a
the-
K-hole.
Oh, I was in a K.
And then they just ask you questions or something, or they just.
No, you just go through what you go through. So like initially I was like, I'm coming in with these intentions. I was like, Bobby and I had just broken up. So I was like, I want to like feel better, heal, not be so blah, blah, blah. And it took me to none of those places. It was like it was just this terrifying 90-minute experience of like going into like dark cave after dark cave. But then after that, because when I got out of it, I was like, that was terrible. Like there were nothing profound came out of it. But then the days after that, it was like it zapped my anxiety and like took it away for the next
Really?
year. Yeah.
I would be interested in trying it. I had a roommate who was really into ketamine, so I've done it a number of times, and I don't know.
No.
I wouldn't recommend anyone watching to try ketamine. It's not that cool.
I wouldn't
Why?
recommend it.
Like, so is it bad?
Recreationally.
It's
you mean.
yeah. It's just it makes you dumb and slow and.
That's exactly what it does. It puts you down because it like you
it's
have like an
literally a
out of
tranquilizer,
body. Yeah, it's
yeah.
a tranquilizer. So you cannot get up from your session. You can't walk around or anything.
If you have like the perfect amount of ketamine, it can feel good. But on my birthday this past a few months ago, I was in Nashville. I was with the homie, and he had some, and I was like, I might as well try it again. And right before my birthday dinner, and I hit the ketamine and went to dinner with like all these people at this fancy restaurant. It's loud as hell in there, and I'm just, everybody. I mean, I told them once I was just talking weird and not acting normal, but you just I don't know. You just kind of get dumb for like an hour.
You do get that.
What you explained is like my worst fear, because you're stuck for 90 minutes. To me, that's like being on a roller coaster you can't get off.
That's exactly
I
how I
feel like
felt.
I'd rather jump to my death than stay on it. Like, my fear when I was little was always that if I did drugs, like things would be so out of control, I'd just kill myself. Like,
Oh wow!
I'm just like,
That was just any drug,
yeah.
cigarettes. Fuck. Yeah, it affects everyone differently. Some
Yeah.
people can do K and be just fine, and same with Coke. Like it's some people can do it and be cool.
Yeah, we've known a few to just casually hit the K.
Wait, so are you on like dating apps? Like, what's your dating game like?
It's funny.
What
Actually,
is it like to be a
I'm
young...
glad that this is being asked now and someone can see it. I usually just date, I usually only people that I just meet, or in person. I mean, or I've had a girlfriend that slid in my DMs and we just got along well. Or I meet them at shows, but
Are you a girlfriend guy? Like, you like being in a relationship?
it's hard for me to like really get like if I really love a girl, yeah. But I've only had 2 of those.
And
Yeah.
how long did each last?
2 years each.
Oh, so like substantial amount.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like for like today, like that's really impressive. It seems like the Gen Zs, there's just a lot of people who've never been in relationships and stuff like that. Don't you think? Does that feel
I
accurate?
think you guys are struggling with the situationship thing. Like,
I'm struggling.
not you. Like you're like just Gen Z in general.
Since the invention of the situationship,
What's a situationship? What was the original question? Oh, dating apps. Oh, sorry, real quick. Raya, I've tried to apply
Yeah.
5 times. I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
And I've had Machine Gun Kelly, Brendan Urie. I've had so many people recommend me that are popping, and you have to get like referred, and I never get approved. And some guy who works, I found some guy who works at Raya on Instagram, and I'm blocked by him. So I did something to somebody to piss him off, and someone at Raya doesn't like me. Raya, if you're watching this, let me know if that's true or not.
Interesting. A higher up at Raya. has.
I proved my existence as Young Gravy being him, whatever. All my producers and people that I literally, introduced to this world are on there, and I'm 5 times declined.
I have a really good recommendation streak. Like anyone that I've ever like vouched for on Raya, like even if they're like nobodies, they get on there. So like let me try. I mean, I'm off Raya now, but I can maybe like log in temporarily and like.
You want to try to go for round 6? You want to try to recommend me?
Yeah, because I was thinking maybe a girl.
Oh, there was plenty of girls too.
Oh, there were. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So that theory's dead.
Oh wow, I forgot her name. Lynn Spears. What's her first name?
Jamie.
Jamie Lynn Spears recommended me.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. She should have done it. It should. Her recommendation should have been it.
Yeah. No, I guarantee that there's. Yeah. That's a funny story. But I guarantee there's somebody there that doesn't like me. Jamie Lynn Spears. I don't know the truth on it, but there was a myth or a claim that she ran over her cats with her Tesla, and she said that it was because of the self-driving. And I like Jamie. I'm not. I don't know how to feel about it. I think what? Fuck Tesla. I think it was the Tesla drove itself over the cars. Over the cats. But that's what her claim was. And I have a song called "Whip a Tesla," and she started using my song in her campaigns against Tesla. And
honestly,
the fact that she didn't kill her cats.
That is devastating. If I accidentally rolled over any of my pets,
I can't even go
I
there.
would sue the fuck out of Tesla.
Yeah.
And I'd have you do all the paperwork.
Why me?
Because you're just litigation princess.
What kind of car do you drive?
You call me litigation princess?
Yeah, you're really good at
Karening out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what,
I have a
Getting $10 off?
German car. I have an Audi.
so would you sue Audi if you ran over your cat?
But it's not self-driving.
But she wasn't self-driving. I don't think it. I think self-driving.
It doesn't have that mode.
I don't know a story, but it happened twice. So
it happened twice
To her?
you know what? Look it up. I could be wrong.
I have heard of this though.
Jamie Lynn Spears' cat Tesla.
What I have heard though, which would contradict this story, is that because the Teslas don't make the car start sound, that the animals don't know to run away.
Oh, that makes sense.
And so then they stay there.
Because it's very quiet.
You're
Yeah.
smart. That sounds like that. She went to U of I.
You guys suck.
Checks out. Where'd you go after that?
I dropped out after 2.5 years and moved here to do stand up. Yeah. I
Okay,
didn't
it
like
says that Jamie Lynn Spears thinks Elon Musk owes her at least a couple of cats.
That's all we need to know. That's it right there.
You can't owe people cats though, because it's like those are the cats
If
you
you
loved.
guys catch any good details in there, let us know.
Wait, you just got a dog recently.
I did. Yeah.
I saw that.
So we were having sort of a pregame at I wasn't even there. I was in Nashville. There was a pregame occurring at my house, and my friend Vaughn, who's handsome and sitting over there, called me and showed me this little puppy because a girl found him in a dumpster. He was alone in a dumpster. A little black dog. They guessed he was 8 weeks old or something, and he needed a home. He didn't have a microchip or anything, so we took him in. His name's Hendrix.
That's so cute.
We call him Henny or Hendrix, and he's
Does he travel with you?
I don't know. No. He stays at home with King while
okay.
I travel. I was gonna say look him up, but he doesn't have an internet presence yet. I hate when people have pets with internet,
The fact that we can never get to the level of Marshall May Rogan, we'll never have the same amount of followers. We'll never get that much attention. Joe Rogan's dog.
golden retriever or
I
something?
think golden retriever, yeah.
has clout.
Has so much clout.
Damn.
He's a happy boy. He's a really happy
looks
boy.
very happy.
I do love seeing updates from
I-
Marshall Rogan.
Wait, I'm gonna show you guys.
Oh, that is a cutie.
He's like
So
a mini
cute.
German Shepherd. He's
Hey,
a
what's
mini
his mix?
a German Shepherd mixed with Australian Shepherd.
Yeah.
And Rottweiler.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has Roddy markings.
Roddy looks. Look up Cattle Shepherd. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. He's like that, but then he has a Rottweiler drip.
So cute.
Wait, so what are you're single, you're out in the world. What are we looking for? What are we manifesting for
Good question.
girl connection here?
I don't know. I go through phases of thinking, oh, I need to find a wife soon and get it popping. And sometimes I see my friends that are older, that are single, that are dating and finding new girls. I'm like, maybe I don't have to. But I want to make it clear to the public that I'm not just a MILF guy, because a lot of people
Right.
think that, and they don't.
That's
They think that they don't have a chance. I was gonna say, have y'all heard about the woman that fell in love with the dolphin?
Why are you
Yes,
pointing
yes.
at me? It's not me.
It's not her.
I know
yeah.
I look like her, but
Yes,
woman who
I remember.
fell in love with the dolphin, and then they both did acid, and then they had sex, and
Yes.
then it committed suicide.
what?
The dolphin committed
The
suicide.
dolphin, because they can drown themselves, right?
So she fell in love with the dolphin, and there was like a psychologist, and they were doing tests on
It's always
dolphins.
a psychiatrist.
Margaret Howe love it. Yeah, a
She-
NASA-funded project. It was a dolphin named Peter.
A
I
relationship?
Yeah,
love
so
how they
they were
called
having
it an
sex.
unusual relationship. Like, just say they had sex.
It said sexual on there after.
How do you have sex with a dolphin?
They have dicks.
Yeah, they have dicks. They're mammals.
Dolphins have.
Yeah, and if you're a good enough
penises?
swimmer, like you could too be having sex with dolphins.
You know what I've always wondered? Do birds have dicks?
They have,
Oh, you know what? Ducks have dicks.
and they're rapists.
Yeah, they rape.
They rape, and so do otters. Do you know what otters do? They used to be one of my favorite
so
animals.
cute.
I know, but you know what they do?
Ducks rape. I'll just put that out
You'll
there.
have
That's fucked
10
up.
otters literally like drown a female almost, and to have like intercourse with her. It's so fucked up, but ducks are equally
Ducks
as
are
bad.
fucked up. Have you ever heard of a dolphin rape cave?
What's a dolphin? Dolphin
I don't know
rape
if it's a
cave?
myth. I think it maybe happened like one time, but like there was dolphins that like ganged up on a swimmer and brought him into a cave and then raped him and killed him.
You know what? Here's the thing I will say about dolphins. They've gone such
I'm
a
sorry, we're getting dark. It's getting dark
No,
over here.
they've gone such a great rap over the years because like we've just like dolphins this, dolphins that. They can be really cruel, and somehow I believe that story.
Because they're smart enough. Like the more intelligence you have, the more chance there is that someone's gonna be fucked up.
My cousin Maggie was raped by a dog, but she's a dog. But she's a dog.
Your cousin's a dog?
And she was pregnant. They found out because she was pregnant.
Wait a second. Your
Cousin Maggie
is
has a dog.
No, my cousin Maggie was raped by a dog, but she is a dog also.
Okay,
My cousin Maggie is a dog,
your cousin's a dog.
and she was pregnant. And then
Why? How?
just
You
how
thought I
anyone
was
is
the
your
dark
cousin?
one.
How anyone is your cousin? It's your uncle's child.
Oh, it's
But my
a fur
uncle's
baby.
a person.
Fur
My
baby.
uncle's a person.
Your uncle is a.
If
That's
your
good.
uncle was also a dog.
Actually, if you had a conversation with my uncle, you would
I
question
never-
whether or not he was a person.
I never thought about that, but they're not related.
Wait, this is so weird because
That's like step cousin. Because he's not related to a dog. He didn't birth him.
But then, does this tie back into the fact that you were a dog when you were younger?
Oh, that I think dogs are equal to humans. Yeah.
Sexually?
No. Well, if they want to be, but not per my choice. No,
Like
I
that.
Can I
just.
tell you something about dogs that's about their sexual habits that does not sound fun? But I do think that if this happened with humans, we'd be a lot smarter about who we have sex with and who we choose to have sex with. When
This is gonna
dogs
be
copulate,
interesting.
they're
What does copulate mean?
like have sex, intercourse.
Why did you have to say that word this time?
Because it's
There's
more
a lot of words for sex, but that's a
When
deep cut.
when they penetrate, their penis engorges, and so when they
What? Engorges?
Engorges,
I thought you
engorged
said
with blood.
the penis and the gorgeous. I was like, damn. All right.
So the penis gets really big inside the vaginal canal, and they get stuck for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I saw this growing up because, again, third world country, and no dogs are neutered. We have a stray population, so it's like all the dogs were stuck together, and you would
Stuck together.
stuck together physically. Like you couldn't separate the dogs because the penis was stuck in the vagina for 15 minutes. I do think that if this happened with humans, that we'd be a lot more careful about who we have sex with because there's that mandatory 15 minutes of being stuck together and like, okay, so what? Like, how's your day? Like you would have to have that 15 minutes of aftercare conversation.
I think a lot of animals have it better than us. Like, they have better sex, pre-sex rituals, like the birds that dance
Oh,
and
the
stuff.
birds, yeah.
You know, where you have to really put in some effort to get.
Yeah, but then, or the praying mantis, where after she fucks him, she eats him. And I tested this out once in a jar, and she really ate the shit out of him.
You put 2 of them in a jar and they fucked,
Yeah,
and you
I didn't
watched.
believe
That
it.
is weird.
Wait,
She
that's
ate-
so
You put
fun.
you
Fuck.
bought 2 mantises and put them in there and made them fuck and then kill
Yeah,
each other.
because I just like I love.
That should be
like,
illegal. You love what?
I had like tarantula. There was a time I like animals, and this sounds so bad.
She rescues birds.
Girls with like scary pets are rare. You know,
They weren't
it's
pets.
rare for them to be hot. But you pulled it off. But, like, girls that
you.
have like tarantulas and snakes and stuff, it's usually not a good
It's not a good thing.
not a good sign. Yeah.
No, it was more like out of like a morbid
Sorry.
curiosity, because you would see it a lot in like Hollywood films. Like there was this movie called Praying Mantis where it might have been like a Hallmark movie where she kills men after she like fucks them.
You've
And
never-
That doesn't sound like a Hallmark movie.
I swear, maybe you're right.
Also, you've never sounded more foreign than when you said Hollywood films.
Yeah.
It's because I am an international kid. What can I say, Esther?
Okay, so our producer Stella sent us this TikTok that says the best way to find a mate, because you're single, is to find 5 non-negotiables that are serious and 2
Serious non-negotiables, which is probably more of like their value system, how they
Oh,
how they
yeah,
do
yeah.
things,
Okay.
and then 2 must-haves in terms of
So, like,
physical traits.
It's like I want my kids to go to public school.
Yeah.
Who they are as people, like can't smoke.
But that's a belief.
Oh
But
yeah,
I feel like
that's true.
I'm thinking about like being a parent. Like I want my kid. Like I'm not gonna. Like I don't want you to tell me my kids are going to a private school or homeschool.
Okay, are you leading with that though? Like
That was just
a
another
first date question.
Well, that was a test of what kind of answer I should
Okay,
give.
okay.
And but y'all said yes and no.
But maybe Esther's right.
I think any belief that you really need your it could be anything. If it's something that you need your partner to also share.
I thought it was more like a character thing, like who they were, their constitution.
I think
I think it's a
could be that.
non-negotiable about the relationship
Okay, got it.
Well, like for
based on this
me,
one sentence.
a non-negotiable, like I wouldn't lead with it, but I know it is one deep inside. Is like I can't be with someone that has religion. Like I don't
Same.
have
Yep.
religion, and I would never feel deeply connected to someone if they had God in their lives. Maybe because
If
I'm
they
jealous.
can get, they could find a agree to disagree type situation where we just don't talk. No, I
But
feel
what
you.
about like an avid, like someone who's like Esther, like I totally get where you're coming from, or like, hey, but I go to church every Sunday and this is a big part of my life, but I'm not dragging you in. Still no?
No, because we're never gonna be on that same deep.
I kind of feel
spiritual
you because
page.
you can't like if you don't believe the same stuff. That's kind of
Yeah, like then I'm always gonna
a
be
lot
like,
of things would come up and that would be weird.
yeah. What
Okay.
about you?
Or like weddings that are super religion heavy are kind of
Yes.
a weird vibe.
Yeah.
I want to be able to have my friends over all the time. You know, like I've had girlfriends where like there's always your homies are always around.
That would bug me.
You don't like that?
Yeah, because I'm kind of like a hermit. Like I'm super like private at home, and it's like there's time for like friends and get-togethers. Like I'm all for it, but I need my home is very much my space. Like I can't have people just like roaming around.
I'm too what's the extroverted. I
Yeah.
just need to have people around me. Like my wedding. I mean, I don't have like you. I don't have any family. My friends are my family, so
Yeah.
it's like I like to have them around.
Okay, well that makes
And
sense.
like if my besties are my neighbors and stuff.
I pictured something more like a party scene every night for some reason, but no, just having them around.
Like my house currently in LA is ran through. Like it is. There's always going to be like 3 or 4 people that come through every day, but they're good friends and it's productive and it's.
I think
fun.
that's sweet. Like
Yeah.
like a
And my girl was
revolving
not into
door
that.
kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
I do like. I mean, my mom doesn't have to ask permission to come over. Neither does my sister. Neither do like my really close friends. They can just stop by. They probably have a key to my place, like that stuff.
And be able to like host parties and stuff and have like a big wedding. I just like
Yeah.
fun things, you know.
Okay.
They need to be fun.
So 5 non-negotiables. What are your other, Esther, that you're like absolutely not?
Well, loving dogs.
Okay, that's a big one for me.
Like that's an easy one right there.
I was a cat guy until we found Hendrix.
Interesting.
You can be both, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get why people have to pick a side.
Yeah, you can totally be
I just
both.
was kind of preferring cats until.
But if someone was like, "Oh no, I don't like dogs. I don't like," I'd be like, "How can we ever be
That's
a family?"
Yeah, fundamentally, we could never. I couldn't really respect you if you don't have empathy for animals.
For me, I think jealousy. If they have any type of jealousy that's irrational, I guess.
I love to be irrationally jealous.
And not.
It's gotten you far.
For me, it's important to just have 100% trust, tell everything, always be completely straight up, and then you don't have to worry about like even questioning it. I've like my last girlfriend was a bottle girl. She's really attractive, and she worked in Miami at like these rich clubs, and she'd get hit on every night. I'm a rapper, and it's like we're doing the same thing, but I trust you, and I'm not worried about it. But then, I mean, another relationship got ruined for the sort of the same reason.
The very same thing. Yeah, I mean, that to me is not even like a non-negotiable. It's sort of just a turn-off. It's a turn-off when someone is like overly possessive or just irrational or creates stories in their head when I'm just, at home picking my nose or whatever. Like that to me is like, it's overall just like an ick. I can't have that in my life. That shit is exhausting.
Yeah.
Do you have what other like non-negotiables?
I think those are two really good ones. The animal thing is for sure a big one for me. I don't know where this falls, but like I don't think I could ever be with someone who cannot swim.
Oh, that feels really awkwardly attack. I can't swim, just so you know.
You can't swim?
And I have had a crush on her in the past.
Are you scared of it, or?
I am scared, yeah.
Of trying and learning.
Yeah.
Would you learn
in general?
Would you learn for her? Would you learn for her?
A stitch in my.
So if you fell in love and then they learn to swim,
I just probably would have to look away while they're learning until they get to, it's not even that it's icks are not something you choose, right? Like it is just when I see someone struggling in the water, I just don't.
You can't
correlate that with
sexuality, masculinity,
and because I was a competitive swimmer, and I'm a diver, I'm a free diver. My life is so adjacent to the ocean, like it's hard for me to connect with someone who doesn't like even know how to doggy paddle. I mean, I've seen
I feel you now because I'm big on skiing and traveling and going places, and I had a girl that we were talking about our future, and I was like, oh, we're gonna go on ski trips. We're gonna go, go do crazy shit, skydiving in Hawaii and all this stuff. And she was like, no, that's not really my vibe. You and your boys can go do that. It'd be a boys trip. It's like, no, I want my bitch there. I want to be there doing it with you.
But I have an alt.
So that's kind of like the swimming thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
I have an alt pitch to that though, because I love like having different interests than the person, and then like Dave, like, he goes and he golfs with his guy friends. He goes and he plays poker with his guy friends. Like, I don't think he wants me there, and I don't want to be there. So I do think
there's got to be a medium, though.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
But the way I view swimming is like it's a life skill, and I think Theo Von has said this in another podcast where he's like, look, the world is 70% water. Like it has to be a life skill. And I know not everyone has access to like learn to swim programs, but I want to change that. I want to give free clinics to anyone who wants, adults and kids. But if you're an adult who really does not know how to swim, and I will teach you, but like, please,
I feel like you got to give them the some people grow up in the projects and they don't have, there's no water.
Exactly.
If you're not willing to try skiing or something, that was a big turnoff.
We have Hannah Berner on right after this pod, and she picked up
Hannah Berner?
skiing. She's right there.
So,
but we'll get into. But I remember you talking, Hannah, about like picking up skiing for your man, and absolutely hating it.
Wait, she's going like this. Like, don't say that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh.
Oh.
Don't ski for a man. It's dangerous.
She said, "Don't ski for a man. It's dangerous." That's.
If I was your man, I would help. I would help you ski well. I would protect you. I'm really good at skiing. It's like one of the weird things I'm really good at.
Look, your dad is from Switzerland. If you didn't ski,
you're right. Exactly.
If you didn't have Stad stories, like I would be.
What was the second thing you said?
I mean, that's where they ski up there, right? In Stad.
Stad?
And it's in Switzerland, right? GSTAA. That's where my dad had his chalet and stuff. My dad's keen.
Your dad has a chalet in Switzerland?
Well, he comes from money.
Okay. It does sound like a place. I haven't heard of that exact one, but.
Oh, okay. I think that's where rich people ski.
Zermatt is where a lot of them go.
Yes.
Zermatt, I don't know if I can say it.
We have to wrap up, but really quick, did you guys talk about the 2 must-have physically?
Physical?
Yeah.
We already know I'm a serial uggo chaser. I've dated gnomes. So I've dated fucking garden gnomes. So no, I don't have any like hard and fast like rules about like physicality because
I don't either, but I do like a big nose.
You like a big nose?
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
I
like a cute smile, and it doesn't have to be perfect teeth. But sometimes it's better when they have like a little bit,
I agree.
something a little snaggletoothie. You know?
Yeah, I think
But they
we're-
like just rock it cute, and you know if it matches the eyes, that's really important for me.
Yeah, I think that veneers are not on their way out, but
They should be.
I know, but it's like you're right. Like I love just natural fucked up teeth. Even no teeth. I'll take no teeth. It's fine.
Khalyla,
I've
you
had
would
no
love my
teeth.
baby.
Gnome with no teeth.
It's so crazy. My baby has no teeth. I'm just like, wow, I'm staring at your gums. Anyway,
I also kind of would want to be with someone that's not really similar to me racially, so that I have a more diverse baby. I don't want to have just a fucking bunch of blonde kids.
Don't take this the wrong way, but that's the exact same. Esther, what did I say 2 days ago? I was like, what is the one thing that terrifies me? When really blonde people procreate
Yeah.
and they look the same?
No, I get it. I was dating a girl that was really blonde for a while, and I was scared of being in public. I mean, I would flex her around in public because we would have a good time. But I read some like Reddit threads about like, oh, I hate blonde couples that are. I'm like, damn.
And I think it's because I watched too much Game of Thrones. It was the Cersei Lannister and Jaime Lannister and the incest and the blonde and like the Joffreys of the world. I think that's what swayed my head. But yes, there is something kind of like jarring when I see like two very like Nordic.
There's like things that I'm missing genetically, like tanness. That's about it. But no, I want my kid. I want to find a wife who can make my kids tan.
Yeah.
And other cool things.
Khalyla.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's up with it?
We have to wrap up, but this has been quite a wild ride. I feel like we learned a lot about each other today.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, more about weird shit than normal shit. But
Yeah. Thank you for coming on our show. Where can people find you and get tickets to come see your on tour?
If you look up Young Gravy with no O, you guys will probably spell it right in the title. I'll send you the links and stuff, but I'm touring August and September.
And you have an album coming out?
And I have an album coming out. It's country trap, and it's fire. It's gravy. It's my kind of music. If you've ever heard my music, but with a little country pizzazz.
I'm excited
added.
for that.
And I'm touring with a band and stuff. It's gonna be awesome.
Wow, and the album comes out June 28th.
The next single comes out June 28th, but it's called Lone Ranger. White Claw with Shania Twain is already out.
I saw
Holy
that.
shit, that's so
Wow.
cool.
I watched her documentary and I was like in tears.
She is really cool, really tight. She's on the album a few times. Zach Brown.
What an
got
icon. I
co-Wetzel.
learned so much about her. She is such a fucking
She's
icon.
cool. Well, slugs out there, thank you so much for listening, and thank you, Young Gravy. We hope that you'll come back and be weird with us again, and we'll see you guys next week with a brand new episode.
Yeah.